guys, this is Alexis from Reflections of a Bookaholic, and I'm here with another plan with me for you. This is my spread from last week using a kit from Sadie's Stickers. It's a B6 kit, and this week is the week of Christmas, and I am using this beautiful kit from Letters to Apollo. It's called Calm, and I chose this kit because when I think of Christmas, I think of tradition, and I think of home, and the traditional colors of Christmas to me are red and green. So for the week of Christmas, I wanted to use a more traditional looking kit with traditional colors. I was laughing at the beginning of this because I had to start over. I never start over voiceovers because I just don't have that kind of time. You get the bloopers and all that stuff with it, but I had to start this one over because my husband discovered, fun bits and Z's diaper, and his conversation about it was, oh my gosh, it was hilarious, but not appropriate for a plan with me. So especially for you guys who don't have kids, you don't want to hear all that before you have to hear all that. So I thought it was hilarious. It makes me feel old and like a parent, but it was also hilarious. So back to the plan with me. I put down the base of this spread, which is the bottom washi, the date covers, the functional-ish sidebar, and then I decorate above the date covers a bit. So if you watched my last plan with me, you would know that I ended last week being in trial. It was a 3-day trial that was supposed to end. Ended up starting on Tuesday and was supposed to end on Thursday, and went into Friday, and it didn't end on Friday. And so starting off this week, I'm going to be in trial again. So that's kind of where we left off in the plans. What I will say about that is this was a really frustrating thing because one of the things that also happened last week is I needed to go visit some clients out of town. The original plan for my family was to then go visit some family before Christmas, because my schedule was such that I needed to plan for 2 trials the week of January 3rd. And so I didn't want to be out of town, and I wanted to have some time to myself, some time to have a little bit of vacation in my own space and plan and catch up on this and be on Instagram and just kind of hang out with my family and have a little bit of downtime while planning for more trials. Work is super crazy right now because we're really feeling the effects of pushing things back because of the panorama. So really stressful, and if I'm being honest, unhappy time with work. I mean, it's I don't have as much help right now, and so it's not a fun time. It's extremely stressful. At this point in time, I have like an eye twitch that I can't get rid of because I'm not getting enough sleep, not drinking enough water, and super cranky. And everyone's cranky with me because I'm not around. I'm working all the time. So that's where I left off. I do show a little bit of decorating the date covers here in this plan with me, but I do speed through it a little bit. For this plan with me, I was really stubborn. Like, I had this idea of how I wanted the date cover or the decoration to look, and it didn't really look as good as I thought it would, but I was really stubborn about it because I really wanted to use these Christmas light dividers that I got from City Stickers, and even though it didn't come out the way I wanted to, I hadn't gotten to fit in these Christmas lights in any other spread. I always ended up pulling them up, and so I just left them there. I did not care. At that point, I was just like, I want these lights. So I'm doing the lights, and the lights didn't fit. Guys, I acknowledge that they didn't fit. Doesn't look that hot, but I left them there because, this was stubborn to the max. And you know what? I feel good about that part of it. I just stuck to my guns, even though it wasn't that pretty. And so I zoom out so you can see the full base, and then we get to the plans. So on Monday, I start off by putting down a layering piece from the kit. I then cut down some of the florals to add a little pop of color to that gray I also take a divider from Sadie Stickers and I cut that down as well. And right here, I'm just noting that it is day 5 of a 3-day trial that should have been over, but was not. I did find these embellishments from Honey Inked. I had them from last year. I don't know if they're in her shop or if she did release them again for this year or what, but I did find them in my collection. I wish I had found them for some of my earlier spreads because they're super fun, because it's the candy cane, it's a gift, it's super cute embellishments. So day 5 of trial definitely meant that I couldn't do some of the things that I really wanted to do and had planned for my week. At this point, I didn't know the trial would continue for a couple more days. So after day 5, I did need to go to my office. I stopped by Trader Joe's and I headed to the Domain. I had to do some Christmas pickups and things like that. I then go to the bottom, put down some third boxes. I wanted to make sure I had room for the things that I needed to do. I went with Jacob to his his facial speech therapy. And then we also did our activity of the day, which was make snowman pizzas. Very fun. I just got some pizza dough, we made it the shape of snowman, and then we did toppings and kind of had a contest for who had the best snowman pizza. It was really fun, and then we got to eat the pizza. I finished up the evening by cleaning up the kitchen and prepping for more trial. The icons were, well, one of the icons was from Crafts by Towie. On Tuesday, I put down that square full box from the kit, cut down some florals, and put down the reindeer swoop embellishment from Sadie Stickers, just to note, another day of trial. It was only a half day because I had a procedure scheduled and I had no intention of being trial that long, so I needed to speak up at that time. This day switched around a little bit, so I'd start off here, but I didn't have enough space to do everything I wanted to do, so I ended up doing is switching out that half box at the top that noted the doctor's appointment and the booster shot, and I picked a third box and squeezed in my visit, making room for a quarter box and a checklist at the bottom. So just move some things around to make more room. I did want to know our activity of the day, which was, what did we do? Oh, we finally iced the cookies, which was a huge mess and disaster. I learned so much from these cookies. Like, it was a whole lot. It became like a 3-day thing. And that icon sticker is also from Crafts by Towie. But then I finished out by just kind of noting a few things that happened at the end of the day. We had a crazy bath night because Jacob ran his bathwater and Z decided that was his bathwater. So he got into the bathtub with his clothes on, his diaper and everything, and decided he was going to take a bath. After we took a couple pictures, we did get him undressed, and luckily we were nearby, so there was no fear of drowning. However, we do now know that when Jacob runs his bathwater, to close the door, because Z is tall enough to get in the bathtub by himself, which is a whole thing. On Wednesday, I did put down a half box just to know I nursed the baby. He is still nursing. I put down that little, I think it's like a stuffed animal sticker from Clever Gal Crafts, and the nurse baby script is from Panda Bird Designs. I put down the bow checklist to jot a few things that we did in trial. We are on day whatever of trial at this point. We had some more cross, we had closings, and we had to just navigate the exhibits because there were a lot of weird things that happened. And then literally we didn't get a break or a lunch because every minute was like, oh, we're gonna finish, let's just go a little bit longer, we're gonna finish. No, we did not finish until 4:30. So I cut down some floral and put down some embellishments. I put down a layering sticker to make a little room for this gavel from Crafts by Tally. Just a note that we spent a lot of time hearing the judge's thoughts of why we were even there. She did not give us a ruling, so we don't know how. We don't have a ruling on the entire trial yet. And so she just sent us off and said she'd think about it, and that's where we are. I layered over that, what do we call it? I think, it's a mini box. And I layered over the flag sticker, cut down some floral, and just noted that after my trial, I needed to COVID test because we were doing Christmas Eve at our house with my brother, and I wanted to make sure we were all healthy. And then the activity of that day was Lego Christmas trees. That was an opportunity to, each of us made our own Christmas tree with Legos, really wanting to pick a Christmas activity that Jacob would really like because he loves Legos. And so it was actually really fun. And I was really surprised at how into it my husband got. And he always surprises me, and I get a little competitive and feel like mine needs to be better, the whole thing. But it was a fun activity that I would definitely do again next year. Moving to Thursday, I put down that arrow sticker, cut down some floral, and brought in another the divider from Sadie Stickers, and just noted that I had some blood work to do with the doctor. And I love that size box. It's like a half size box, but a mini half size box, I guess. And I just noted that I was finally done with trial. I put an out of office reply on my email, and I spent some time with my boys. That sticker is from Crafts by Tally. The swoop embellishment is also from Sadie Stickers. I did put down a heart checklist to jot down a few things I had to get done. I needed to make a HEB run because I needed to make sure I had everything that I needed for Christmas Eve, Christmas, all that other stuff, because I didn't want to be in the mix on Christmas Eve trying to grab snacks and things like that. I needed to get the boys' dress because we were doing the Christmas program at Reach. In the past, I've been the service producer and have practices and things like that. But these days, and I truly miss my team and things like that, but these days I'm just way too busy and things have changed so much. You know, I have a new baby and everything. Well, he's not new, but you know, life's changed. But we had to get the boys dressed, and we went to the Reach program, which was I enjoyed so much. And it always makes me kind of emotional because of the reason for the season and all of those things, and not wanting to forget that. And then we ended the night by having Grinch Night, which we watched the new Grinch movie, and then I made Grinch drinks, which, poor Jacob, it was way too much sugar. I think the Grinch drink is like lime sorbet, Sprite, and like green Hawaiian punch. And Jacob was like running laps in the living room. He was so over the top, super crazy. We finally was just like, this is too much. You can never have this much sugar at one time. And we sent him to bed. So in the future, his Grinch drink, I think, was like Sprite and food coloring, because I don't have the capacity to deal with the crazy 6-year-old thing. Moving to Friday, I did start off at the bottom, putting some boxes down because I wanted to make sure that I had enough room for everything. So sorry I was off camera for a lot of it. But Friday is Christmas Eve. I don't know why I didn't have space to put down a Christmas Eve sticker. You know, the big beautiful script sticker that's like Christmas Eve and makes your spread look so much better. I didn't have enough space for all that, so I didn't do it. I just put down. Hopefully you can't hear my stomach growling. I just put down some floral, pulled in an icon from Crafts by Tally, because this is all coming from like a Christmas themed icon sheet that I got from her. Just to note that we make Christmas pancakes. I made it for the boys, just basically use cookie cutters to make wonderful shapes. I ran some errands because since I got a trial late, I still had things to do. I hate having things to do on Christmas Eve. I need to wrap a few more presents, and I need to prep snacks. So the tradition for my brother and I for Christmas Eve is actually to eat cheeseburgers from McDonald's. And so I grabbed some chicken nuggets from Chick-fil-A, and I made some cheese and crackers and fruit and all that other stuff. And then we traditionally open presents on Christmas Eve. All the presents from the family, and we joke and we tease and we play around and we watch Home Alone, and then we send the kids to bed. Oh my gosh, I really hope you can't hear my stomach growling. That I used that tree deco a few times on this spread, and it is from Honey Inked, from a release she did last year. So on Saturday, it is Christmas Day, and I just put down the Merry Christmas script, which I believe is from Simply Watercolor Co. No, it's Rose Colored Days. Sorry, Rose Colored Days. And then I put down that flag and that icon that says the 25th from Crafts by Towie. I ended up pulling up the flag because it was the only thing of that color aside from the full boxes and the entire spread. So I ended up switching it out later with the same flag, just a different color. Just to note that Santa did come. So excited. Z was afraid of most of his gifts. And so fortunately Santa could send those back or come get them, or well, I don't know how you handle those things, but yeah, we had a dancing cactus that was a disaster, and we had a Tickle Me Elmo, which he might grow on that one, so we're keeping that around like in a closet or something. At the end of that, what happened? Oh, and we just had family time. We had family time. Z got a ball pit for Christmas, and the boys spent most of the time in the ball pit. My husband got a player, one of those, what do you call it? A vinyl player. So he was playing music, and we were just kind of chilling in our matching family pajamas. And my brother came back over, and we watched Elf and the Grinch, and we FaceTime and thanked everyone for the gifts. And a truly, truly wonderful day away from work and distractions, and finally getting to be with my family, all of me, all of my focus. It was a great day. On Sunday, due to my schedule in that trial not being what we expected, we needed to make a trip to Beaumont. I mean, we didn't need to, but we had to go. I was reluctant because it finally had time, a little more time, and I didn't want to be around my planners. I wanted to use some of my gifts and just have fun, and we needed to make that trip. For some reason, I don't know what happened. I didn't start the camera, or I don't know, whatever. But all of that happened off camera, and it just noted that we slept in, it packed up, we had a road trip, and we tried to get there late because they were having a party. We were trying to avoid the party because of COVID. And not wanting to be those people to remind people over and over again it wasn't over. Unfortunately, when we got there, it was still going on. So that was a bust. But we still had fun. And then afterwards, we helped with bath time for all the kids because, the cousins were there. And that was it. So that is Christmas week. So I do a little vid wiggle. And yeah, if you like this plan with me, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.